and thanks for staying with us. Hello and thanks for staying with us on Asset Television. Welcome to the news. I am Omike Matthew. Here are the headlines. EFCC arrests 9 internet fraudsters in FCT. Former Akwa Ibom Governor Emmanuel UDOM in nets over 700 billion naira fraud. NNPC Dangote orders in petroleum price war. For details of these stories and more, do stay with us. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has arrested 9 individuals suspected of engaging in internet fraud in Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. According to a statement released on Tuesday by the EFCC's head of media and publicity, Dele Oyewole, the arrests were made at 2 locations, that is in Sunnyvale Estate in Okogoma and Open Heaven Estate in Dawaki. During the operation, law enforcement officers seized several items, including 4 luxury cars, laptop computers, iPads, and mobile phones, which are believed to have been used in fraudulent activities. And still on the EFCC, operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) have arrested a former governor of Akwa Ibom State, UDOM EMMANUEL, for alleged 700 billion naira fraud. EMMANUEL was arrested after he annulled an invitation of the EFCC on Tuesday to announce allegations of money laundering and diversion of funds preferred against him by the Network Against Corruption and Trafficking. The petitioners allege that EMMANUEL received 300 trillion naira from the Federation account in 8 years, but left a debt profile of 500 billion naira and unpaid ongoing projects worth 300 billion naira. He was also alleged to be unable to account for 700 billion naira. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission's investigations are ongoing, with EMMANUEL being grilled by operatives. EFCC's spokesperson Dele Oyewole could not be reached at the time of this report. EMMANUEL served as governor of Akwa Ibom State from 2015 to 2023 under the platform of the People's Democratic Party. Last Friday, the EFCC arraigned a former governor of Abia State, Tudo Orji, and 4 others at the Abia State High Court for allegedly misappropriating about 47 billion naira. Apart from the former governor, the other 4 defendants are his son, Engineer Chinedum Orji, the former Commissioner of Finance for Abia State, Dr. Philip Unto, a government contractor, Obioma King, and a former Director of Finance for Abia State, Ramos Madu. A magistrate court in Kano, located at number 47 in No Man's Land, Fegi local government area, has sentenced 2 TikTokers to 1 year in prison or a fine of 100,000 naira each for posting videos deemed vulgar and offensive to religious and moral values in the state. Ahmed Isa and Miriam Musa, both residents of Lidana in Hotoro quarters, were arrested by the Kano State Censorship Board and subsequently arraigned before the court. The prosecution, led by State Counsel Barrister Gonzali Megaribichi, charged them with criminal conspiracy and the distribution of illicit content on social media. Both defendants pleaded guilty. The Police Service Commission has approved the appointment of 6 Deputy Inspectors General of Police. In a statement on Tuesday, the Commission's spokesman Ikechukwu Ani also announced the promotion of the Commissioner of Police in Enugu State Command, Uzegbu Kanayo, to the next rank of Inspector General of Police, AIG. The new DIGs are Sadiq Abubakar, Commandant Police Academy, Wudil Kano; Benjamin Okolo, former AIG Zone 16, Yenugua, presently AIG Department of Information Communication Technology, Force Headquarters, Abuja; and Williams Debawole, Commandant Police Staff College, Jos. Others are Bizigu Bali, AIG FCID, Annex, Enugu; Edegu Ukwoma, AIG Zone 14, Kasina; and Adebola Hamzat, AIG Zone 16 Inugwa, and former Commissioner of Police for your state command. We're taking a quick break now. When we return, we'll continue with more news. Please do stay with us. Welcome back to Asset Television News. The House of Representatives on Tuesday called on the federal government to establish a military base in ZAMFARA state communities grappling with banditry. This resolution followed the adoption of a motion moved by Hassan Sherkafi, the lawmaker representing Sherkafi Zumi Federal Constituency, during plenary on Tuesday. While presenting the motion, the People's Democratic Party legislator decried the escalating security crisis in Sherkafi and Zumi local government areas, citing increased attacks, killings, maiming, and kidnappings of innocent residents. He further highlighted that the state government had been holding regular Security Council meetings and blocking supply routes used by bandits. Sherkafi lamented that over 40 villages had been affected by bandits' invasions, forcing residents to flee their homes and leaving communities deserted. He also expressed concern over the withdrawal of military troops initially deployed to the area. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) has announced a reduction in the pump price of premium motor spirit, commonly known as petrol, to 860 naira per litre, in what appears to be a response to an ongoing price war with private marketers, particularly Dangote Petroleum Refinery. The new price, which took effect on Monday, represents a decrease from the previous average of Naira 65 per litre, offering some relief to Nigerians struggling with the high cost of living. This move comes shortly after Dangote Petroleum Refinery and Petrochemicals Limited slashed its ex-depot price from 890 per litre to 825 per litre, making its second price reduction in February. Dangote also announced partner off-takers in Lagos, with MRS selling at 860 per litre, while AP and hydrogen stations often offer petrol at 865 naira per litre. The price cuts have intensified competition in the fuel market, prompting independent marketers and major petroleum dealers to adjust their rates. A bill to abolish the dichotomy and discrimination between bachelor's degree holders and higher national diploma (HND) holders has scaled second reading in the House of Representatives. According to the Speaker, Tajuddin Abbas, the bill sought to replace HND with Bachelor of Tech so that graduates of Polytechnic will be able to compete favorably with other university graduates. The bill, which was sponsored by a member, Faoud Laduga, from Lagos State, also emphasized the importance of technical education. Speaker Abbas said the position taken by all boards of polytechnics in Nigeria is the abolition of HND, and in place of it to have Bachelor of Technology, so that at least graduates of polytechnics will be able to compete with those from universities. Abbas subjected the bill to a voice vote, and the lawmakers approved it to skill second reading. And now to the world of sports. Arsenal's talented teenage duo of Malis Louis Kelly and Ethan Nwaneri combined on Tuesday to help the Gunners to an imperious 7-1 Champions League last 16 first leg advantage over PSV Eindhoven. The Premiership side were on a different level to the struggling Dutch champions, who were condemned to their worst ever defeat in European football. Arsenal dominated from the outset. Declan Rice's powerful shot into the PSV net on 11 minutes was chalked off for a narrow offside, but it was a taste of what was to come. Against the run of play, PSV should have taken the lead after a quarter of an hour, but Ismail Sabiri somehow contrived to hit the bar from close range with the goalkeeper already beaten. Arsenal made the host pay for their profligacy. 2 minutes later, Rice was afforded far too much space in the PSV box, allowing him to chip a cross to the far post, gratefully headed home by Arsenal's own flying Dutchman, Julian Timber. The Federal Capital Territory Police Command has dismissed reports alleging that a retired Comptroller General of the Nigerian Immigration Service, David Paradang, was kidnapped and killed as initially speculated in Abuja. A statement signed by the police public relations officer Josephine Adi said Paradang was found dead in his hotel room at a hotel in Area 3 junction of Abuja under circumstances that are currently being investigated. The statement explained that Paradang checked into the hotel around noon on March 3, 2025. Shortly after, he was visited by a female guest whom he directed the hotel staff to escort to his room. The police added that Paradang remained in his room throughout the night, but at approximately 4 a.m. the next day, a concerned friend, a military officer, traced him to the hotel. The police said that upon arrival, the officer and hotel staff discovered Paradang unresponsive and seated in a chair. Authorities from Durumi Police Station were immediately alerted and arrived at the scene to secure evidence and document findings. His body has since been moved to the National Hospital for further examination. And with that, we wrap up the news. You can follow us on all our social media platforms for more updates and programs. I am Omike Matthew, and thanks for watching.